Making out with your sibling is frowned upon, but what if Minecraft had more world-generated structures? If the end got a much-needed overhaul, or if we got some new mobs to ruin your day? Here are a list of Minecraft mobs to improve your world and make it a bit more enjoyable. Minecraft structures are as boring as your child telling a story, and could use a revamp. Immersive structures adds in 30 new structures by generating them in every biome around your blocky world. These structures are all unique, and can be used as a great place to live, or even a good place to raid. They spawn on the ground and in the air, and the custom design gone into each one of these structures is amazing. They are filled with little traps and even have good loot when exploring. This is definitely a great quality of life mod for anyone who likes exploring like Dora. No longer is the end dimension flat like the earth. Nullscape turns the end into a dystopian onion by adding in so many layers, new biomes, and new blocks. The world height limit is extended enough to fit your big ass forehead, and it makes for some wicked views when exploring, while also making the end a bit more scary to explore because those stupid air stingrays now spawn in the end. So be prepared to be annoyed when exploring the ends now. Just like the local priest, a great touch added to the end is the Ender Dragon skeletons, which I think is a great addition to the end, and it adds into the Minecraft world lore. The biomes make exploring the end less of a wasteland and more enjoyable, and the views you can see flying around these biomes is magnificent. Along with these cool new biomes and islands, there is also some items that can be found for overworld decoration. And Spawn Island with the dragon gets a little overhaul, making the Ender Dragon fight a bit more fun. I think this mod is perfect for an end update, as it doesn't change too much of the end, but gives it the perfect little revamp like the Nether update did. We all know I don't have a good track record when visiting villages. And today, we are going to keep the Thrill House tradition going and team up with some pillagers and go take down wall rows with a little mod called Attack on Villager. And unfortunately, you don't get to turn into a colossal titan to nuke a village full of orphans. But once you obtain the ominous banner, by combining these together, you want to run towards a village. And when you arrive, a bolt of lightning will strike down, spawning a freak of nature.
I will not let you destroy my world!
The villager will draw their swords and get superpowers, but you also spawn in an army that could make Thanos scared to show these villagers they are immortally challenged. But like the armored titan, these villagers pack a punch. They get a sword that will easily turn you into a kebab, and they also join the speed force. Just look at the speed they move at now. I hope you wear your running shoes when trying to fight these guys. But there is one you must be careful of, the unholy god of all creatures, the baby villager. He makes Barry Allen look slow, and with how small his hitbox is, it will even want to make Superman crawl up back inside Mummy. But your Mummy didn't raise a bitch, so you wipe out the orphans and continue to slaughter the village. On your second challenge, you have to destroy the village by breaking a certain number of blocks, and once you have opened up Mother Nature, you will get some sweet goodies as a reward for conquering the village. Overall, this is a really fun mod to play with, and I'd love to see something like this on a smaller scale implemented into vanilla Minecraft. Some of the items you get from winning a raid is pretty good in my opinion, as the most annoying part of doing this is breaking all the blocks. And you know what can help you nuke your village off the map? The TNT head cannon. For the TNT head cannon, all you need are these items and a crafting table. Whack them in the crafting table in this order, and wham bam thank you ma'am, you can now commit war crimes on a village with ease. Or you can become a walking meat factory and just go unalive animals. This could be a fun little mod to play on servers with friends, but it isn't client side, so the server needs to have it installed. Or if you just like destroying things, this is the perfect mod for you. For the cannon to work properly, you have to have TNT in your hotbar or in your inventory, so make sure you load up on stacks of TNT first. But you know what mod is client side? A little mod called Blur. It blurs out the background of all menus that you open up, giving a more immersive feel, and I personally think this should be a part of vanilla Minecraft, as it looks super clean. Such a great little mod. This works on crafting tables, trading with villagers, opening chests, furnaces, anything that has a menu on it will have a blurred background. But you know what else is great? Hitting the sub button with your nana's toe. Go on, give it a try. Hopo's Ruined Nether Portals gives Ruined Nether Portals a makeover, making them look more like abandoned structures. Overworld portals are built with more blocks and a little piglin structure that has some loot in it, and the loot you find in there is better than the vanilla loot. There is also portals in lush caves and dripstone caves, and you can even find them underwater. So there's plenty of these to find in various different biomes. When you cross into the nether, these portals get a makeover made by the piglins, making it look like they have attempted to get in contact with the overworld. But be careful, as it's guarded by piglin brutes with shields and armor, and they're not afraid to make you live the same fate as Rengoku. But if you manage to sneak around them, the loot in here is worth risking your life for in early game. I just love how aesthetically pleasing Ruined Nether Portals look now. As you can see, the Spyglass in my inventory is glowing. That's because I used a little mod called Usefull Spyglass, which makes your Spyglass some army grade equipment. Now when you look at mobs, you will have a little HUD in the glass that gives you information on the mob, the health, and if it's passive or if it wants to unalive you. It is super accurate with reading mobs, and you can stay a safe distance away from the mob so you don't get attacked. Just like this guy here who didn't close his door and now is making reservations with Jesus. Fun fact, the baby villager and the adult villager have the same amount of health, so villagers give birth to super babies. To get this, you need to find an enchanting book called Marking, which has 1 to 3 levels. The higher the level, the longer the mobs will glow for when you look at them. Next up, we got Enhanced Visuals, the perfect mod for anyone who likes some spice in their life. When you take damage, you now get effects on screen such as blood, dust, burn marks, blurry vision, and heartbeats. When you get low on health, your screen will give you an impending doom vibes, which means eat food before you start riding the sin wagon to your last breath. And it's super immersive, making you feel fear when your health is low, and it's also a great indicator, which changes depending on how low your health is. When you get hit by explosions, your screen goes blurry, and you lose your hearing for a bit. So the same effect you get when your mum smacks you upside the head with a flip-flop. Be careful when going near Enderman, as your eyeballs get that TV static update, which can raise your anxiety levels a little high. Overall, this is a great mod that makes you feel more immersed in Minecraft and can go in well with certain mod packs. This is a semi-client side mod, so you won't get the full effects when using it on a server unless it's installed on the server. Village Spawn Point is a great mod for anyone who likes starting worlds and villages, as you will now always spawn in a village for every world you create. This mod takes out the hassle of finding a new village and gives you more time to build your creations or just start a raid and steal from these hardworking people. It will spawn at the closest village in your world, so you can start in a village biome of your choice if you have the patience to keep creating new worlds. As you can see, I spawned into a village where the houses defy physics. Please explain, Mr. Villager, how this works. And this guy, who don't care about standing on a candle and setting fire to his third leg. My guy, that must be super painful. Goddamn, it hurts just looking at it. Elytra trims is the missing feature from the Tails and Trails update. Just like with the armor, you can use new trims found in various structures around your world to give your Elytra a new look, and pairing them with ores gives you colors to suit any design you like, giving you more reason to go exploring in your world to find the new trims you desire. And let's be honest, the vanilla Elytra looks boring. Who doesn't want to spruce up their life a little bit? Well, it appears I got myself into a bit of a situation here. The pillagers, they're evolving. Please help me. Don't let me die out here. I bet that guy didn't plan his day to end up like that. So let's examine why it went wrong. He installed a mod called Illage and Pillage, which gives the pillagers a bigger buff than Hotaru Hagenzuka and makes them an Avengers level threat. And here we have the Spirit Ologer, who's just staring off into the distance. I got no idea what he's looking at, but when you smack him with your Esche stick, he does the Squidward dance to perform some magic and turns into an unstoppable fairy. Just like the anti-Goku, he will suck the life force out of you and turn that energy into a weapon of killing. He summons the fire gods to set alight anything who wants to harm it, and he will shoot laser beams and create magic hands to yoink you out of existence. This pillager had enough of being bullied and hit the gym in his lumberjack outfit to become an absolute unit of a creature. I'd be steering clear of this weapon. Thor's not even worthy enough to pick up this hammer. This guy has resting bitch face because of how big his eyebrows are, but give him a slap and his inner Doctor Strange comes out. And this dude is not to be messed with. As you can see, Gator don't take no shit, and he will happily Alt F4 you out of existence. He will unleash hell and even has the ability of the Reality Stone to make big old creepers and blow up anything around it. Now, if you smack the town emo, he will spawn in a helpless soul and perform an exorcism on them and turn them into an average Aussie spider. Which he can also be riding and throw scythes and axes around at innocent bystanders who are minding their own business, which I think this is pretty terrifying if you ask me. I'd probably poo my pants a little if this thing was charging at me. There is also an alligator with super speed who has villager meat on the menu. Chances are you can't outrun him, so I hope you like being munched on. There is also a pillager who can shoot flames out of a furnace, because who doesn't like a little homemade flamethrower? The great Aussie spider is your sleek perilous demon. He can dig a hole underground and spawn right underneath you, munching on those little toes. They also launch out webs which slow you down, and they release little pumpkin bombs, which will hop towards you and do some damage. I'm glad the earth spiders missed this update. Overall, this is a super fun mod, and the creators have put a lot of time and effort into this. I'd recommend checking it out for a good time. Or you can have a good time summoning these pillagers in the middle of a village and watch them torture all the local villagers. You can also have a fun time watching this video that YouTube recommends. You won't regret it, I promise. And I'll see you legends over there.